What's up, cinephiles? Welcome to our review of 1917, directed by Sam Mendes.
1917 is set in, you guessed it, 1917 during the World War I, and is the story of two British soldiers played by George MacKay and Dean Charles Chapman, who are tasked to deliver a message to prevent an attack that is doomed to fail. 1917, this is one of the front runners in the Oscars race. Some say that this has possibly the highest chance to beat out Parasite for that Best Picture award. So Kevin, what can you say about this movie?
First, I'm just gonna say Roger effing Deakins.
Roger effing Deakins!
That cinematographer that now, go ahead and watch his movies.
The level of difficulty between Roger Deakins and Sam Mendes, I think Roger Deakins has it harder to make this movie.
I agree. This is a movie that really puts into light all the technical aspect, and I won't be surprised if this bags a lot of awards during the Oscar. From the production design, the sound editing, the cinematography, the directing. Story is just simple, but it's on an epic scale. Simple because it's just two young men tasked to deliver a message. So throughout the film, they're crossing these enemy lines, and now the spectacle is about staging this seemingly one-shot act of them moving through various terrains and crossing bridges. It's just a wonderful piece of art. I haven't seen a lot of one-shot films, but I'm gonna go out and say that this is probably the best one-shot film that I've ever seen. It's just a really cinematic, gratifying treat for me. Sam Mendes has a really tough job of pulling this off, considering that the production design should be continuous. They can cheat their way through that. It just works as a one cohesive unit of moving pieces together.
This movie starts out fairly really simple. They were tasked to give this message given by the general played by Colin Firth, and then there they go. The visual treat begins. Some people say that the plot in this movie is really thin, but
it didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me, and let me tell you why. Because I think the main purpose of this movie is not really to deliver that plot that some people are trying to look for. It's more on visual storytelling. It's more on showing you through the eyes of these two soldiers what war looks like, especially in World War I, because they have no radios, they have no means of other communication. It's just these two messengers who's going through the front lines, going through the battlefield, meeting other people that are somehow disconnected from the entire world, because really there's no other form of communication. And it is heartbreaking, it is beautiful, it is incredible. I really can't say enough about that.
Yeah, true enough, there are a lot of set pieces here that I really love.
Yeah.
There's one scene they're in a cave and there's involving rats, and I literally jumped off my seat. And I guess that only is a testament on how really well Sam Mendes put this together, and also the effectiveness of the musical scoring. There's a scene involving the bridge, there's a shootout, and I like that this film does not rely on carnage to bring out the grittiness of the World War I. It's just about spectacular filmmaking. The violence is very restrained.
Yes!
And when it starts to blow up some pieces, it's really majestic. It's really frightening. You really capture the mood. You are on your toes watching this film.
Yeah.
And you really felt for those characters.
If you are going to this movie expecting an action-heavy movie, an action-packed film, you're not gonna get that. You're probably gonna leave the theater disappointed because, again, this is just a visual storytelling of war. Even their script in this movie, it's very inconsequential. They're just telling jokes or telling stories. Most of the script doesn't have to do much with the plot. It's just the usual banter because they have to preserve their mental state. Really, that's it. It's really
a
simple.
very slice of life approach, but I wouldn't say that slice of life because this is an epic chapter in their lives.
Yeah.
But in a way, now that you've said that, it's just like going to a museum, seeing these wonderful picturesque moments in history playing out together. And what's wonderful about that, again, is it's one shot. So you are just astounded every now and then. I guess the inner critic in me couldn't help but to notice which scenes did they cut, but that's just me nitpicking. But it's still wonderful how he staged this helicopter crashes, all of those explosions.
Yeah, if you really want to look for it, you're gonna see it when they do the actual cuts But in the end, there are some scenes that they shoot continually. You know it's shoot continuously because you really can't see any way they can cut it. I was thinking, how the hell did they pull that off? I watched a behind the scenes, you should see it on Facebook, and it gave me a much larger appreciation of the filmmaking techniques and a much larger appreciation of Roger Deakins. It's Roger freaking Deakins. Oh my god, I'm really salivating over this movie.
What I felt that I needed more, however, is to have an actor that has a more electric screen presence. But I guess the reason that Sam Mendes chose George MacKay is that he didn't want this to be a character-driven story.
Yeah.
It's looking at big picture, and this ultimately shines as a whole.
I read an interview that it's actually his intention to apologies to the main actors, but his actual words was no name actors. I agree. Really, the main characters really didn't have that much presence on screen. You're more looking at what is happening at the background of everything because it's just majestic. So should we conclude?
Yeah, let's go.
1917, yeah, I've salivated enough. This is definitely one of the best films of the year. But really, do I want this to win Best Picture? I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to think more on this. Parasite is still my dog to win that award. But I am giving this movie, well, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
1917 is the perfect example of craftsmanship in filmmaking and storytelling. And whatever shortcomings it has for the script or the characterization, I mean, they are really overshadowed by the level of mastery of cinematography and direction. And with that, I really love this film. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 stars.
Wow, boom!
And that's it for our review of 1917, directed by Sam Mendes.
If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe to our channel at Screen Kings.
Also, tell us what you think in the comment section, and please comment down below what's your favorite war film. Till then, see you guys on the next episode.
Bye-bye.